Summary of Little Plastic Shipwreck by Cate Kennedy. When Rolly, an employee at Ocean World, arrives at work, he is informed that Ocean World's one and only surviving dolphin, Samson, has died, perhaps due to old age. This makes him think about the accident his wife Liz was in not long ago, which left her with serious brain damage. He talks about specific times and makes guesses about the most horrible parts of the process. It looks like he is still shocked and can't believe what has happened. Declan, Rolly's boss, comes to the pool and sees Samson's body. He tells Rolly to use the ropes to pull the body out, freeze it in the cool room, and cut it up when it's frozen. Rolly vows not to do this in his head. He remembers Declan's annoyingly upbeat talk about Samson at the popular dolphin show, where Declan talked about the special bond between people and dolphins. This is different from how mean Declan was to the dead shark. Rolly thinks that the reason people liked Samson so much was because he was the only animal at the aquarium who seemed to be able to make a facial expression. He remembers the times when Samson's calm, loving eye was fixed on him alone. On the other hand, he thinks about how the fish, sea turtles, and blind sea lion at the marine park all have blank faces. He remembers talking with his coworker Kaz about how goldfish don't have short-term memories. If you put one in a fishbowl, it swims around in circles, and every time you look at it, it's like a little plastic shipwreck. 5 seconds later, he said, "Look, a little plastic shipwreck." There is an underlying link between these thoughts and Rolly's feeling that his wife's brain has changed a lot from what it used to be. Kaz, Rolly's coworker, comes to help him wheel the body to the cool room. As they do this, they talk about a dolphin show they went to during the summer break. Rolly was supposed to reach into the bucket for a fish and tell Samson to jump, just as Declan made a motion with his hand. He went out of his way to miss his cue and ruined the moment. He thinks about how this was the only day at Ocean World that he actually liked, even though he was almost fired. Rolly wonders where else he could work that would let him leave at 3 p.m. every day. He remembers when he worked well-paid night shifts at the weapons plant. Liz's rehab doctor told him he had to quit this job because Liz was scared when she woke up and found him gone. Rolly finally remembers how Liz hurt herself at a friend's party by following this line of thought. Liz was passing around a dish on the unfinished deck when she turned to answer a question, tripped, and fell off. Even though she only fell 1.5 meters, she hit her head on a rock below. Rolly remembers how shocked he was after the accident, when the ambulance came, and when he saw his lovely, witty wife in a plastic body brace. He sees that he can't understand this moment. Every time he thinks about it, he has to relearn it. Declan walks into the cool room at this moment and tells Rolly again to freeze Samson's body and cut it up. Rolly says no while putting a loving hand on Samson's side. He gets fired right away. As Rolly leaves Ocean World, he steals a snow dome and a few other plastic toys from the gift shop. When he gets home, he gives his wife the snow dome as a gift. She doesn't shake it. Instead, she just holds it. Grimly, Rolly thinks they should put tiny brains inside the snow dome instead, something to knock around uselessly while some big hand somewhere just kept on shaking.
About the author. Cate Kennedy was born in the English town of Louth, Lincolnshire, while her father was stationed there with the Air Force. She went back to Australia when she was young, and she and her family lived in several states around the country. After getting a BA in literature from the University of Canberra, she worked in many different fields. She worked for the Australian Customs Service as a tutor, waitress, life model, kitchen hand, community arts worker, theater director, and for a microcredit cooperative for peasant farmers in Mexico. She wrote about her time in Mexico in the travel memoir Sing and Don't Cry, which came out in 2005. Her time working for the Customs Service also influenced her 2001 short story Habit, which is about a woman who dies trying to smuggle cocaine across the border. Kennedy has written fiction, nonfiction, and poems, but her short stories are the ones that most people know her for. Dark Roots, her first book of short stories, was well received by critics when it came out in 2001. Like a House on Fire, her most recent collection of short stories, was nominated for the coveted Stella Prize in 2013. Cate Kennedy teaches creative writing in Australia's schools and colleges. She lives on a farm in northeast Victoria near the Broken River.
Hope we summarized it fully and you liked it. Please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so that we are motivated to create more videos.